I'm a country director of a multinational company in Uganda, and follow my wife on everything, and a joker a bit sometime on social media.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is Nader Barrak. So for Dorah Mwima, people want to know, Ani Dorah Mwima, who is she? And a lady like you, wavamu abana mukaga, 6 children.
Yes.
So tell us, who exactly is Dorah Mwima?
First of all, I understood the assignment when God said, be fruitful and do what? Multiply. I said, say no more. I was in the front line. So I'm Miss Uganda 2008, and I ran 2 brands. That is Queen Ma. I believe we have been giving out the hampers. I don't know if there are any winners here. Queen Ma is it's a brand that gets to support women through natural products, good quality natural products, through preconception, the pregnancy journey, and postpartum. And another brand that I run is Wow Mom. Now, if you look at mom, the word mom, upside down, it is wow. So Wow Mom is a facility, it's a maternity center where we get to support you through antenatal, the delivery, postpartum. We get to educate you through the different stages of your pregnancy journey. And I nickname it the Chejo Center. You come and we give you Chejo when it is labor and birth. What else do I do? I am a doula, and those who don't know what a doula is, it's someone who supports you through the different stages of your journey, supports parents by giving you continuous information when it comes to your health, when it comes to, different birthing positions, exercises to help, baby get into the right position. Yes, and lastly, I am pursuing law. Yeah, because I want to advocate for the birthing woman.
Wow.
For her to
Abacharo Bugalo. So
Yes.
you're doing law where?
At Victoria University.
Hey, are you a fresher? Which year?
And the fresher, nakatandika, but now 1 year.
Now 1 year.
I'm going into my 2nd year.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. All right, so Dorah does a lot of things. So abakyala mwenna bw'obanga otandise olugendo lwo olw'okufuna olubuto, Dorah mukyala ajja kuyamba throughout that whole stage. Yes, you go to her, ajja kuyamba akulaga exercises ez'okukola, ajja kukubulira buli kimu ky'olina okukola n'ekyotalina kukola. Even during that time when your husband wants, she will show you which positions you can use. Sicho?
That's why we have 6 kids.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so Dorah and Nader, how long have you been married?
We've been married on 9th December 2013, so 13 years now.
12 years coming to 13. This
12.
year we'll be making 13 years.
12 years coming to 13 years.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so how did you meet? Did you meet after Miss Uganda or before Miss Uganda?
No, after. Storyteller is me.
I think he's a good storyteller when it comes to that.
So we met in Darling, Uganda, where we were workmates. But our story started before we being in Darling, Uganda. When I just was posted from Lebanon to be the new general manager in Uganda, I had to go through training in Kenya. So I went for 2 weeks in Kenya, and I was just from department to department, and then I went to the finished goods departments where they have all the items. Every item of Darling, if you can, all of you know, they have the labels. And I was just walking around and I just seeing, models, just labels. Then I saw this girl, like, she just caught my attention, like, she's beautiful. Then after like a few minutes, I'm seeing again the same face recurring on another item. So I saw this girl, I just took notice and just moved on. After,
that girl was me, eh? That girl was me.
That's what I told her. Anyway, so after like 3 days, I was in another office, and again, Dorah's face was on a calendar. So I think the guy saw me looking at her, and he was like, oh, by the way, this girl she was Miss Uganda last year, or 2 years before. and she's actually working in Darling, Uganda. Where are you going? So yeah, so I was like, okay, that's that's gonna be exciting. So anyway, in a way, I had a small, tiny crush before I even meet her.
You had a crush on her?
Before I even meet her.
On your
Just-
workmate?
Just from the picture.
Eh, from the pictures. So when you met her in person, did she look like her pictures?
More, better. More
She looked better than the pictures.
Of course.
Interesting.
Look at her.
6 children later, she still looks hot.
Yes.
Dorah,
Yes, please.
Nader approaches you when you're working in Darling, Uganda.
Yes.
What did you think about him?
I was not about any business of, I was like, no, because I was a single parent by then. I had gone through a lot of laws. So I was like, now this one, what is he all up to? I was at a point of, I will say it in Swahili, sitaki muchezo. I don't want jokes, yes.
Sagala muzanyo.
Sagala muzanyo.
Kati weyajja n'akugamba mwana muwala Miss Uganda. Ensonga njagala jiggusa. Ki ekyakugira mu mutwe? Like, what were you thinking? Like, I don't want men. Men have done this to me, but what made you give him a chance?
No, it wasn't immediately. We became friends. I told him, listen, I have friends that you can, say hello to. But as far as I'm concerned, and being that I was a single parent at that time, my job was my source of income. So I was like, we are workmates. There is no way we can now start bringing this, mixing pleasure and work, no. So I immediately put a boundary. And we just became friends and would, talk. I would share with him what I'm going through, all those things. Then 3 years later, that is when we were like, okay, so you and me, how about now we, take it and...
It was the news, finally.
As good as
She kind of blocked me, and then
Of course
I
it
just
was
put
him.
my head, let's just be friends now. So from the start, I'm having a plan.
And also something else, when he was busy having a crush on me in Kenya, he didn't know that I had a child. Yes, so when he came and then he got the whole data, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But even with that, he was still advancing. So, but at that point, I was like, no.
All right, so Mr. Barrak, when you got to know she had a child, did you kind of pull back with your feelings? Did you say, single mothers are a no-go zone for me?
To some extent, yes, first, obviously. Especially from my culture is a bit, we don't usually have this, doesn't really happen. So I know it's going to be difficult not only on me, also on my family. But as I get to know her day by day, start knowing the real person, not the Miss Uganda, the person behind Miss Uganda. So now it became different. Then now, okay, if you love someone, you will have to love everything that this person come with, not only the person. So yeah, that's how was it, and then it worked.
All right, so Dorah, let's go a bit deeper. The child, the first son you have, did you fear the fact that the son of the late was going to bring a lot of buzz on social media because you're getting married to him? And later on, when the news broke that your first son belonged to the late, were you guys already ready for this? Had you already briefed him? Because the way Nader loves that boy, it's like he is the real father. So to both of you, Nader, when the news came out that the son belonged to the late, and how did the emotions get you? Were you ready, or it just hit you by surprise?
So, yes, of course, our old son know about everything. That we don't lie to him. He knew everything. And the idea of the going on social media was just because of that. Just tell the truth and then just move on. And we already moved on. So I think also here we move on.
We move on. Perfect. Dorah, what did you look at Nader that struck you?
At the beginning,
At the
first
beginning,
glance,
that you looked at first glance and you're like, okay, now this is my husband.
at first glance, nothing.
Yes.
At first glance, like the first time that no,
Yes.
there wasn't. At first glance, like because I remember the first day that he came, I was literally actually the first person that got to receive him at Darling. And I remember him coming up the stairs and I was like, okay, we have now a new manager. And, he immediately was bossy. He was like, get me this, get me that, I need this, I need this. So in my head, I wasn't even like, there wasn't even anything like, oh, the new manager. No, there wasn't anything like that.
Yeah.
It's until we became friends and our friendship started growing, that there were those things in him that they were more than just physical appearance.
What were those things that you loved about Nader?
Sacrifice.
Wow.
He sacrificed. So I really gave him a hard time. And there's a point where I was like, so Nadia was a chain smoker, like 3 packets of cigarettes in a day.
Yeah?
Yes. So I was like, now, for me to test him, I'm going to tell him to stop smoking. So one time I said, you know what, I don't like it when you smoke. I don't like smokers. And I thought he will be like, now why? Immediately, he removed his cigarette, put it in the trash, and he's like, okay. And I was like, oh, okay. So those sacrifices, he has kept on.
That was 14 years ago.
Wait,
14 years ago.
that was the last time you ever smoked?
It was the last time that he ever
Because
smoked.
of a woman?
No, not the woman.
Because of her, your woman. Banange, tukubira abakyala engalo ez'amaanyi. 14 years ago, she told Nader, I do not like it when you smoke.
Yeah.
The very last cigarette, you put it in the trash can, and he's like, I am done.
He has never smoked, ever.
He has never smoked again.
So there are those sacrifices that he does, and you know him on social media, he's my backbone. I don't even argue. He will come for you. Yes, he has my back.
Wow.
Yeah.
So apart from the sacrifices, what other things did you love about Nader that made you consider him as your husband and father to your children?
I would say also he stepped up. And as I said, given my previous relationship, I was really in a place where I wasn't physically, emotionally in a good place. And he would compliment me, and I'm thinking, you must be just, sugarcoating things. But Nader is one person who, even in my worst of days, he knows how to pick me up. He knows the right words to tell me. He knows how to comfort me. So that is just amazing.
See the way she's looking at him. Single people, chitty chitty. Interesting. Nader, for you it was love at first sight, obviously.
It was crush, but then of course this is the physical appearance
Yes.
you get, but it's not enough, of course.
It was not enough. So what did you see in her inside? What are those qualities of her that you looked at and you're like, okay, I think she's going to be the mother of my kids?
Usually it's a package that happens. So first thing I noticed when I met Dora, she was humble, and it was a kind of, I remember it even now after 16, 17 years, I remember it when I just met her. For me, it was like, okay, now she's gonna be Miss Uganda, she's gonna be the star, I don't know what. So she was like humble, talking with everyone, a friend with everyone, from the youngest, smallest employee in the company to the oldest. She was friend with everyone, humble, everyone likes her. Like, okay, that's nice. She's down to earth. Then of course she was friendly, and she took care of me if you want, because I was just new in the country. So she was really start showing me her good heart. And then slowly you start discovering things, like about her personality, how she's a good person, how she will even defend me sometimes, and because we were friends, so I even had relationships, and she will sometimes tell me like, no, here you're doing wrong, no, here now careful. So she was really like a good friend. So yes.
Wait a minute. So when you were friends with her before dating her, you were in other relationships?
Of course.
And she would tell you, this girl is not good for you, this one is good for you?
Yes, that's a good friend.
But inside you wanted her?
For me, yes. For me, obviously, I knew, I couldn't be with anyone else, and this is my friend. Like, no, she has to be my wife. Like, she's the best person, so it have to be her. So anyway, every relationship I was doing, anyway, I was like, from the start, showing like, okay, look, I'm not serious. That's not reaching anywhere. So from the start, I was really honest with any girl. And knowing me, I can be very blunt about it and very clear and straightforward about it, like it or not like it. This is the truth. Yeah.
Dorah, when he was in these relationships, did it ever strike you that he would approach you and tell you that he wants to marry you? And what was going through your mind when you saw him dating these girls, well knowing that, yeah, this man wants
She wasn't just like sitting also at
Hey, yali yetega.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Like,
Wali wetega.
no, as I was saying, like we were both in relationship. It's not like I was just there. And, we were
So
both
at the
in
end of the day, you'd
relationship.
come and comfort each other.
Yes, and
Oh,
we'll talk and we'll give each other advice, and then we'll go back and then come back again and then say, but you told me this advice, but it didn't work. So we were really, really good friends like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Nada, that moment now when you asked her to be the love of your life, how was it like? And Dorah, what was your reaction?
So I went first to Lebanon, told my parents, and bought the ring from Lebanon. And then the same day I was coming back, I called her like, pack your bags, let's just go to Jinja.
Very far away.
Very far away,
Yeah.
next to the water, where
Just in
she
case
can
I
say
say
no,
no.
in case I ask her.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nada got Dorah, Namutwale Jinja, and they stood next to the water. In case she says yes, they go back. In case she says no, he pushes her into the water.
She said
Dorah.
yes.
She said yes. Did you have a choice?
I didn't have a choice. I wanted to come back to Kampala in one piece.
Oh, wow.
No jokes.
Okay, so when you said yes,
I actually I put the ring in her bed before she sleeps. When she opened it, the ring was there, and I told her, will you be my best friend for life?
wow.
That's how was it, yeah. That's how it started.
Yeah, I always had this picture of, in public, the background, and then he gets on one knee and all those things, but it wasn't like that.
The man from Lebanon did not kneel down.
No.
Wow.
But it was very intimate.
Yeah.
And that shows how our marriage is. It has
Yeah.
very been intimate. We have always done things that make sense to us that really don't make sense to other people.
All right.
Yeah.
So before we get into the next questions, Dorah, a lot of ladies here and in this generation always have expectations of the most intimate proposals. They say, I want a proposal in the Maldives. I want a proposal in Dubai. I want a proposal where he buys me flowers, gets down on one knees. I want a proposal where he buys me a car. Those are your expectations. Then reality hits. So how can one manage the expectations and also the reality? Because most times what you expect is not what you get.
That's true. Well, it's not bad to have those expectations. It's not bad to want a proposal in Maldives and all these things. But are you having those expectations and putting demand on the person who is not able to do that? Because you have to know your person. When Nadia proposed this way, I wasn't shocked because I knew he was a very unique man. And you can have that proposal in Dubai, in Maldives, but then you're not happy. But then the marriage does not last, yeah? So have your expectations, but be okay with whatever comes, yeah? Be okay if he's not able to take you to Maldives and propose. Are you going to frown? And yet 80% of all the other things he's perfect at it. So it also just comes to you as an individual. What do you value? Do you value the proposal in Maldives, or do you value the friendship and you getting into a marriage where you're going to be companions instead of just, that one day of proposing? Yeah.
Interesting. The other thing is money in relationships.
Yeah.
They say in Uganda, atalina sente takola chi? Atalina sente takola chi? Nada, in Uganda, in English it means if you do not have money, you cannot pierce the donut. Literally meaning if you're broke, you cannot afford to be in a relationship or be in love. And when your relationship was starting out, was that money there?
Not really. Usually people don't understand a lot that people that will come to Uganda, especially like expat, what they call it, they're coming to get a better life. It's not coming. Some people, of course, will come, they have investment, but
yes,
it's not everyone. So to answer your question, no, we didn't have that money. But of course, I know I was having a good job.
Yeah.
And I am educated enough to be able to get a good job.
Yes.
So yes, it's important to have money. You don't have to be rich, but comfortable at least.
Yeah.
At least there's some basics you will have to have.
Yes.
We're not here sitting lie to people.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's okay, you don't need money to be happy. Yes, you can make it, but also money can help you.
Yes.
Money can help in your life.
Yeah.
But money should not be the aim, the objective. Money is a facilitator, can help you.
Say that again. Money should not?
Money should not be the aim. Money is a facilitator, should help.
All right. Dorah, a lot of relationships these days are breaking up because the men do not have enough money. Very many people get into the relationship with expectations. I want him to buy me an iPhone 17 Pro Max. I want him to buy me a car. I want him to do this for me. I want a man who can take me for holiday. You who has been in marriage for close to 13 years, what advice would you give to a single lady out there looking for a man to settle with? And the first thing is, does he have money?
The question will be, do you have your own money?
Engalo.
Yes, ladies, we have to clap.
Banange engalo. Yes.
My husband found me working. He found me at work.
Wow.
It's very important for you to have your own money, because even when you get into marriage and you're married to a billionaire, life happens. Are you able to still pick yourself up, you know? If you even don't know how to write a check, you don't know how to, increase, because as women, we are multipliers. Yeah, what you give us, we multiply. So if you don't know that art of multiplying, you're going to find it hard. So I wouldn't really advise you and say, make sure that he has a lot of money. Money comes and goes, but make sure that you know how to work. Yeah, because a man is supposed to come into your life to complement you, not to complete you. So if you're looking at him to complete you, you are going to get challenges. Okay? Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Men are not, we're not stupid.
Yeah.
We know the person we are with. We can see.
Yes.
And when you know, let's say, you take my example with my wife, with Dorah. As she said, even when we were on a good conditions money-wise, she wants to work. Maybe I don't need her to work. It's okay, the money we have is enough. No, I want to work. So I'll give you a small example. It happened to us just 2 weeks ago. Sorry, Dorah, you're laughing. I put a budget for her to have a car, okay?
A new car?
A new car for Dorah.
Yeah.
Dorah was, no, I prefer maybe we don't buy the car. Let's go buy some lands for our kids. So, yeah, that's an example of...
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You put out a budget.
I put a budget for a nice car for Dorah.
To buy Dorah a new car.
Yes.
What did Dorah say?
I prefer, let's have this money. I don't need the car. Let's buy with the same money some pieces of land, maybe put them for our kids.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dorah Mwima rejected a car and she told her husband, let's buy land for our children. Bana itumongera obugalo mukyalo, no.
That's a real estate.
Wow. So you invested in real estate for your children?
Yes, because, the car can always depreciate.
Yeah.
But land, you're investing it for your children, for your grandchildren. So it's important to make smart moves. Yeah.
Wow. 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 Banai, tumongera obugalo mukyalo ono. Who rejects a car and they say, let's buy land? Interesting.
Well, if he's able to do the both, I wouldn't, complain
well.
as well.
But you see, you,
I have problems.
you
here.
can't hear, eh? You can't. Interesting, interesting. All right, so let's talk about sharing roles in the marriage. We know Nader is the husband. He's the sole provider. He provides everything. He's supposed to buy food, the house you're sleeping in, everything. Dorah, where does your money go? And where should a woman's money go?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Where does my money go? My money is our money. That's the truth.
There's that saying of the man's money is our money. The woman's money is her money. But for you, what's your saying?
My money is our money. So
Wow.
we have that saying of my money is my money. But
Yeah.
you see, that is being very selfish, and yet you made a vow to be one. So why are you dividing the money at the end of the day? Yeah? So my husband has always provided. Even when I have money, and he knows I have money, he has always provided. But it's not like when there is no gas, I'll just be there and say, oh, he's supposed to buy the gas. When I see that there are things that are missing in the home, I'll chip in, I'll buy, yeah? And he doesn't also sit back and say, oh, last time she chipped in, so, let's continue. He has always taken his role seriously, meaning that if I'm able to, I will do it. And what he does, if he comes to know that I chipped in, he will refund me. He will still refund.
Yes.
Yeah. So also on the other side, you find that men these days are very, I don't know if it's because we have become too empowered. We have this woman empowerment.
Women empowerment.
Even if he doesn't provide, I have my own money. So men are like, okay, let's step back on our role.
Yeah.
We are wearing shoes that are not meant for us as women.
Yes.
And for a man, he's built to provide, to profess, and to protect.
Yeah.
So let us, be humble.
Be
It's okay.
humble.
Let him do his own thing, because even sometimes we find ourselves, no, I'll pay. Oh, I'll just do it. No, he's a man. He will
do it.
Cater, And also for a man's ego, he's always looking forward to doing that.
Yes.
Yeah. So. When it comes to my money, we share, but most of it goes into supporting mothers.
Oh, wow, that's nice, that's
Yes.
nice. Interesting. 13 years in marriage, what has been the most difficult time you guys have gone through? The biggest challenges you've had to withstand within your marriage? Nader?
I think it was a period of time between 2016 2017, so around 10 years ago. So I had a promotion to go to Burundi. And me and Dorah, we believe that we should not be on what's called far relationship. You have to be together.
Long distance.
A long distance relationship. We don't really believe in it. And we were like, no, we have to be together. So Dorah was like, okay, let me make this sacrifice. I'll put my career on hold. And it was a good opportunity, and we go to Burundi. So she stopped her charity, she had a salon, she had all the work, she stopped all of them. And we went together to Burundi. Reaching Burundi just a few months, and then the elections happened, and then there was riots, then a military coup, then rebels start coming at the capital, curfew at night. So then we started, me and Dorah, okay, did we really took the correct decision? We left everything and came to Burundi. So just a few months from there, we had to close the factory, and then they wanted me to post me somewhere else, so I had to resign. So coming back we came back to Kampala, and I am now without work. And for a man without work, his ego can be shattered. And so we stayed. I was not working. Dorah trying her best, try to make the family stand. And then I had to, again, travel back to Lebanon, search for another job. So I stayed for around 4 months without my wife and the kids. So it was really terrible time for us. Then, fortunately, with her prayers, also Dorah's prayers, we got another opportunity, and I came back to Kampala. And from that time till now, it's been good. God been good to us.
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for Dorah. She's really a strong woman. Dorah had to quit her job. She had to close her charity. Dorah had to close her salon to move with him to Burundi and stay with him. And war erupted and they came back. He had no job. Dorah nalabirira family. Dorah, what was going through your... Didn't you ever feel like giving up during that time when he had no job? Because very many women end up giving up. They end up leaving. They're like, you have no job, you can't take care of the family, so let me leave. No. Did you ever get such thoughts?
No. Not at all, because I knew the man that I had married. I knew that, in life we have challenges. Let's not kid. Let's not pretend that it's always a straight line and everything is perfect. And we have to be okay with that. And challenges make us grow. So I knew it was one of those challenges, and not at one point did I look down at him and say, now you're not going to have you're not supporting the family, look at, or even have a thought of, did I make the wrong choice? Not at all. As I said, when you are able to work as a woman and you're able to figure out things, such things won't faze you. Because you know that, yes, now it's time for me to have his back. And I know that with that support, as a woman, you're there to support your man. So with that support, look at where he is, So there's no way I was going to give up, because I knew that even if I was in a similar situation, I wouldn't want him to give up on me. Yeah. So it is, I have your back, you got my back.
What advice would you give to the ladies out there who are caught up in situations where their men don't have work, but they're the ones providing for the families and they feel like they're about to give up?
Well, it also depends. He doesn't have work, he's just sitting at home morning till the evening and just looking at you and telling you, I need this and this. Or he doesn't have work and you can see him going out looking for work. That is effort. And that is effort that you can support. Well, if he's just sitting at home the whole day, I think you have to have a tough conversation with him and bring in the clan members and everyone, and see and be like, what's up, what's going on? But if he's going out, pray for him, Pray for him, be his anchor, lift him up to God in prayer, and proclaim over him. I remember my husband doesn't know, but I would pray over his shirts and be like, God, you're going to give him a job. And I would declare and proclaim. Yes, so above all, pray, but also see how you can navigate things through. Yeah.
Interesting. How do you handle disagreements without being disrespectful to each other?
I think it starts with the first immediate thought that whenever we have a disagreement, I always have the idea, even Dorah, that we are in this for life. So you already know that you should not take it that far. Like at the end, she's not running anywhere. She's my wife. I'm their husband. We're gonna stay together. So you better know how to have an agreement, even the disagreement, the fight. Know how to do it with respect, and it's okay. Every couple can have fight, disagreements, but just know how to, with respect, and you understand what the intention. At the end, both of us have the good intention to have a good family, a good successful marriage.
Yeah, I believe that if you're having disagreements and you're looking out to hurt each other, it's a red flag for your marriage. Because yes, you can have disagreements, but you're not really like abusing each other, calling each other names, because that is your person. Where are you going the next day? So you have to, yes, have disagreements, but then have boundaries. Yeah, and the truth is, in the beginning of our marriage, it wasn't easy because we were transitioning from friendship to now,
relationship.
Yeah, like now relationship. And there's so much that we knew about each other, given that we were friends. So we would have disagreements. And at the beginning, I would, because I'm I'm also not easy. But
Stubborn.
I'm very stubborn. It's my way or there's no other way. But I had to, be submissive and get to understand, because this is why it takes forever. Yeah? That's why marriage is for life, because you will never figure out your person in just one day. And your person keeps on evolving. He's not the same Nadia that I used to know, like, let's say 16, 15 years back.
Yeah.
He's different. Kids have come into the picture, things have changed. So you find, you get to a point where you're like, I'm not going anywhere, let me listen to him. And then you realize there are some things that you argue about and they're really silly. Like, why are we even fighting? It's okay. I reach a point, I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's okay. And at the end of the day, he's actually right. So it saves yourself the bother and getting stress pimples for nothing.
Interesting. You've talked about submission. One of the things that is disturbing this generation of ours, ladies do not want to submit. Why do you think submission is hard in this generation, and how or what helped you submit more to Nader? Despite the fact that, you're a queen. Dorah, I believe there are men that keep hitting on you. There are people where men will hit on them and they'll come back home, show their husband, you're nothing. But what has kept you submissive towards Nader, despite the huge spotlight very many years later?
Well, I think the number one issue that we have in our generation today is not having good role models for marriage. And real ones, yeah? I would say our parents have been a very good picture for us. And, Nadia's parents, they literally go everywhere together, literally. And having that kind of, parents, you get to understand that this is actually possible. So it depends on who are you looking at when it comes to your marriage, yeah? And so when it comes to submission, honestly, it's personal at the end of the day, because who are you submitting to? If it is your husband and you feel like he is not worthy of the submission, then you're going to have issues. But he has to be worthy of it.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree with Dorah. At the end, there's no simple rule that applies to every couple. Every couple to have their own rule. That's what I believe. Asking a woman to be submissive to her husband, but her husband is a drunkard and he goes out, have many other women, for me doesn't make sense. So both husband and wife has to be committed. Now you can talk maybe about submission. Now maybe you can follow what the Bible said. Yeah. That's something else, but both of them has to be on the same page.
Yeah. Interesting. Even the Bible says that submit each to the other. So submission is not only to the women, but also to
the men.
The men also submit to your wives. Men submit to your wives. A woman is not going to submit to you that you go to the bar and come back at 2 a.m. A woman is not going to submit to you when you're mistreating her. A woman will not submit to you when you're flirting around.
That's true.
Yes, even the Bible says it. Submit each to the other. And I would like to ask the other questions. What lessons has marriage taught you in your lives? What lessons have you learned from each other?
For me, actually, marriage is beautiful. If you're with the right person, marriage is beautiful.
Very beautiful. We can see. We can see. Yeah.
That's my first lesson.
Yeah.
Well, marriage has taught me so many lessons.
Yes.
But loving unconditionally, yeah, because yes, you'll have your ups and downs, but just loving unconditionally and having fun with your person, yeah? Spicing things up, doing things that make both of you happy, so just to keep it going.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. What are some of those things you do that keep your marriage alive? Because very many couples struggle. They struggle with. They struggle with being compatible and being together, and you'll find that in marriage counseling they will tell you go and do things that you love to do. So what are some of those things that couples can do together to spice up their marriage? Because you guys, 13 years in marriage, whenever I see you guys, you're my friends, it's like you guys met yesterday. So we'd like you to tell these people, what are those things that couples can do?
It's not, of course, that's not easy, especially when we're married for 13 years and both of us are working and we have 6 kids. It's not always easy. But we always talk about it, and we always believe that we have to be intentional when we're in our marriage. So I have to always make sure, this kind of like person get married then leave himself out, doesn't care about himself. The same thing with the wife, like, oh, now I'm married, I take the other person for granted. No, we don't do that. I'm working out, I take care of myself, I have to always look nice for my wife, the same thing her. And of course, we have our own. Now the time, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not like before. We can't just go out, just easy and just like, let's go out tonight and come back around 1 o'clock. Doesn't happen anymore. Sometimes the time for us is just, sometimes we go take a drive, sometimes we go take coffee, small lunch. Sometimes when the kids sleep, we just sit together and chat for like 10-15 minutes, talk to each other. These small capsules of time are very important for us, and this is what kept us through and always in love.
And you, Dorah, anything you can add to that?
Yes, he has said it all. Effort is very essential.
Effort. And finally, let's talk about social media. Hey, Banange, Nader can be on Facebook and you're like, So how
this is the one that Dorah didn't tell me to delete. Always there's some post I'm like, no.
Wait, there are posts Dorah tells you to delete.
Yeah, sometimes like, no, you can't say it. You can't say that. That's remove.
Yeah. How do you? Okay, there are times when has social media ever gotten to you? Like, there's that pressure that gets you. Has it ever gotten to you? And how have you been able to handle that social media pressure? Let's say when people come at you, or they come for him, or even when they come for you. How do you defend each other?
For me, I think everyone knows that you come to my wife, I'm here for you. I have no problem. You go down, I go down with you. It's not like, oh, stay up. No, I go down with you. I follow you everywhere.
Yeah.
I have not a problem with that. Dorah, for her, she's not really, honestly, if you go on social media for Dorah, she doesn't care anymore. Like all her posts is about mothers and one mom and her work. She's not really on social media. For me, social media is just show about our family, show just my love, how much I'm proud of my family, and sometimes in a funny way, but that's it.
That's it.
We don't really give a lot of importance of social media.
Yeah.
We try to be this couple of, we don't want to show the negative parts.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a fight with my wife and just come bring it on social media, so everyone will talk about it, and then maybe I'll get likes and get followers. No. We don't believe in that. We don't want to do that. Since the day we married, we said that our marriage we have to show a good image of marriage, and we believe in our reputation. So for us, even though no one talks about us, not a problem for us. But we have to do it the right way. We have to do it the right way.
Well, for me, social media really has been a tool to share my love and my work for women. So I have used it more to share tips, educate, empower, because from the time I was crowned Miss Uganda, I've seen it as a platform to just expand on what I do. So I've been very careful that I'm not posting, oh, he got me a new car, or I got a new plot of land, or this and this and this, because all that is vanity. I'd want to share a story or a challenge I've gone through as a mother, knowing that a woman out there or a mother out there who's going through the similar, experience will be encouraged. And so for me, it has mainly been that, to educate, empower, and just be real in terms of the motherhood journey, how it can have its challenges, its ups and downs.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Dorah Mwima and Nader Barrak. That was a beautiful, beautiful one. Okay, so in case you have any questions and you're in the audience, this is your time. Just put up your hand and they'll get a microphone to you. Any question towards Dorah and her husband?
My question goes to Dorah. I've been following you on different platforms, but my inspiration is your mother, your businesswoman, and a family woman. How do you do it? At the same time, you have a career. How do you do it?
Well, first of all, I decided to just get it done. You know, when you wake up and you're like, okay, this is it, let me get it done. But the truth is, you can't be 100% in everything. Yeah, when I'm supporting a mom and she's going through labor and it's 32 hours, guess what? That is me being away from home, away from my husband for 32 hours. Yeah, when I'm with, like now, I'm with my husband, we are here. That means at the facility I'm not there, and yet the mother needs me. So it is just being, giving your all at that point and time. If I'm at school, I have days where I just close off and I'm saying I am studying, I'm doing law. And there are days where I shut off everything and I'm with my babies and I give it my all. Yeah, because you can't be 100%. I can be 80% at a day with my husband, but I'm 20% somewhere else. Yeah, and being okay with that. You know, we overwhelm ourselves and we're not gracious to ourselves, and we get worked up when things don't go as planned, and we stress up and we get all tensed. But I've reached a point where I'm like, it is okay. What did I do today? I did this and this. Pat on the back, well done. Tomorrow is another day. Then you continue on and know that tomorrow you'll have that opportunity. If God gives you that opportunity, you'll have that opportunity to still excel in that thing that you didn't excel in today. Yes.
Can I answer also? Also it was for Dorah. It's important. First, your answer is not easy. It's not easy to be done. But very important to have an understanding partner. Okay? Because as she said, sometimes Dorah, at 1 o'clock she'll have to go. Means I have to step up and be a mother at home sometimes. You understand? So it's not always easy. Your partner has to understand what you're doing and have to support you. Because if he doesn't, now you're facing endless fights at home. So that's what I believe.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Cynthia. Yes, Dorah and Nadia, you are a multiracial couple. Did you find it, Dorah, was it easy for his parents to accept you? Did they easily accept you? Thank you.
Okay, Dorah,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Not very easy, honestly, but it's always a person responsibility. So if my parents first were not really happy, not even because she's Ugandan, because she also had a son. But for me, I'm this kind of stubborn, and then was like, okay, listen, I love this woman, I'm gonna get married to her. My wedding is gonna be in December. You are welcome to come, you're welcome not to come. The subject is done. And they come, and they came, and it was done. And now she's a favorite for me. Now it's like, no, relax a bit, let's be back on, you don't like her a lot. No, she's a favorite.
Yeah, so it's very important to have that. I mean, he surprised me because, of course, the parents had a lot of pushback. And he said, listen, this is who I'm marrying. So let me tell you, ladies, if he's making excuses of getting married to you, just know that a man who wants to commit to you won't make those excuses. Yeah? He will put his foot down and say, we are doing this if you like it or not. Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to all the guys that fight for their partners. We have another question over there.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Afternoon.
My name is Akite Priscilla, and my question is to Dorah. Dorah, you said that you're a mother of 6 children. My question is, could you please share your tips on how you have managed to stay fine and hot after 6 children?
I follow her at home every day.
Okay, that can take the entire day because the tips and tricks depends also on the body type, yeah? What works for me might not work for you, but let me talk about what works for me. So I'm very selfish when it comes to postpartum. The 3 months postpartum are for me to recover. I prioritize rest. I prioritize, eating well, healthy, and then I do gentle exercises. I'm very, very intentional on every morning, even if it is 5 minutes. I'm doing a stretch. I am doing some Pilates just for me to, stay in shape. But also, it's not also just to stay in shape, but, to be healthy, because I do quite a lot. And exercising and, eating well helps me mentally, physically, yeah. But what I can say is, please reach out to me, and then we get to talk about this if you're having any challenges, because I have amazing products under Queenma that can also support you if you're looking at, losing that postpartum weight. You want to get into fitness, please reach out, because we have all those services at Wow Mom. Yeah.
All right, we have another question over there.
Thank you. My name is Sarah Navakoza. So my question still goes to Dorah. You're married to a man from a different culture and language, and then children tend to spend more time with their mothers. So which culture, which language do they take up, and how do you teach them their father's culture and language?
Okay, so it has been a little bit hard for us because I was also raised in Nairobi, Kenya, so there's a Swahili bit of it. And then I tried to teach him Luganda so that we can all speak Luganda, but he's not a very good student. And then also him teaching me Lebanese, he's not a very dedicated teacher. So we decided that, we are going to stick to English. And of course the kids get to learn French and all these languages. But what I'll tell you in terms of culture, we have looked at picking out the good cultures or the good attributes in his culture and my culture, and then we make our own culture, being respectful, saying good morning, good night, being kind to each other. There are those things that we kind of take for granted raising our kids, but at the end of the day, when they get into society, they're very key. So it's those things. Instead of, let's look at the language, are they kneeling, are they not kneeling, are they eating hummus, are they not eating hummus, those things.
Shawarma.
Yeah, or shawarma, do they know how to prepare shawarma? But, like for example, the boys, there is no gender role, My 16-year-old will clean the dishes. My girl will clean the floor. We'll have a nanny day off, and all of us, we are working. So those small things that I know at the end of the day, when they grow up, it will help them. Yeah.
I think usually everyone follow what he was raised on and how the habits that he took from his own home. So both of us had our own habits at home, which is, you can call it culture if you want, but we really didn't follow the traditional too much culture, because as I said, Dorah's a daughter of pastors and she was living in Kenya. I was in Lebanon. So we kind of picked what we feel that they're good in our culture, and we threw the things which didn't make sense for us, and we made our Barrak culture. So we have bits on both culture, and we put them together.
All right, so we're going to take 2 more questions.
Neyanziza Dorah, nze kankubuuze mu Luganda. Nze mbadde mbuuza ogambye waliwo akaseera ke mwayitamu n'omwami wo nga muli mu mbeera mbi nnyo naye nkubuuza wakikola otya osigala n'omwami wo kubanga ffe abalala kati nganze nayita n'omwami wange mu mbeera embi naye we yafuna ssente n'andekawo kati gwe wakikola otya nti wasigala n'omusajja wo n'atakulekaawo ng'amaze okufunamu neyanziza
Oh, Bambi. Sorry, dear. Sorry. How do I answer it in Uganda? Mukwano, mbadde nyaga kubuuza mwafumbigana mupeta. Temwafumbigana mupeta, eh? Kati kiri kya bukulu nnyo kutandika nga. How do I say it? Can I say it in English? Then?
Say it in English, I'll translate. Yes.
This is Elegant. Also teach me.
You say in English, I'll translate.
So it is very important on the foundation. Yeah, the foundation is very key. If you come and we stay with someone and you start living with someone as if they are you're their wife or they are your husband, yeah, without any, let's say, wedding, without, sanctifying your union, that is where the challenge comes in.
twali twakyalako ewa ssenga
Okay. Naye kukyala kwa ssenga si official. Okitegeera? Si official. Kati that's why ye talaba buzibu okukuleka. Yeah? But also yali nga, how did the relationship start? How did that
kisinziira okwagala kwamwe kwatandikira ku musingi ki relationship yamwe yatandika etya okitegeera
abamu nga ayinamu embeera nga za
baali bamukozesa kati we baamala ne bamugoba ku mulimu we bamugoba nadda ewaka n'atuula nga nze nali nkola juice era nga mutambuza ne mugamba omanyi genda wa mu driving school oyiga ovuga emmotoka ojja funa wali akuwa tipa osombe ng'omusenyu kati n'agenda mu driving school naye nga yo driving school si amanyi era nga talina na pamiti ne ŋŋenda ne ntunda embizzi yange ne ntwala mu driving school ne mitwalo 5 ewaffe mu kyalo kati we yavaayo omugagga n'amuwa emmotoka n'atandika osomba omusenyu kati we yatandika osomba omusenyu sente ne zirabika embeera n'etereera kati ekiseera kyatuuka nga aŋŋamba simufiitinga
kati mukwano kankugumye oli mukazi mugezi nnyo, you are beautiful, oli mulungi, okitegedde? Oyo musajja teyali wuwo, okay? Omusajja teyali wuwo. Mistake, tukola mistake, mu love tukola bingi nnyo, nange ntudde wano naye nabikola, okitegera? Because as I said, he met me when I was emotionally, physically wrecked, okitegera? Naye saba Katonda kuleetere omusajja owuwo atajja kuleka. Beera mugumu, oli mukazi mukozi, beera mugumu. Just manya Katonda ye yakuyamba n'amugjawo, okitegeera? Beera mugumu, tewali loss, tewali loss. Yeah, beera mugumu kwano. Mwina abaana?
bannange weesuneko
nze nali n'omwana, okitegeera? So tofaayo, beera mugumu, continue working hard for yourself, weezimbye, Katonda ajja kuleetera omusajja. I told you, you will look behind n'ogamba Katonda yannyamba n'agenda n'okugenda, yanjako ki? Stress. So it's okay. All right?
bannange tumukubireko ku bugalo Dorah, tweyanza nnyo tweyanzege. So in case you are out there and you have a partner who left you because you were not fitting them, I will tell you, it is not the end. It is not the what? It is not the what? It is not the end. People come and people go. People come and people what? People come and people go. I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I have experienced this. I have gone through it.
Yes.
People have come. We've put people to higher levels. They get to a higher level and they'll see that you do not fit them and they will leave you. But the God we serve,
Amen.
Katondo no gwe tusinza, takola chi? Talya chi? Katonda talya nguzi. Now to the married people out there, if you are married and you wake up one day and you leave your marriage due to unclear circumstances, abasajja omukazi akusigudde n'ogenda n'ova mu makaago, ojja kukola ki? Ojja kwejjusa. Because marriage is a covenant. Marriage is a covenant. Ladies, you are in marriage. You are in marriage, and because of small power, small money, you walk out on your marriage. The covenants you make in church are strong. That is a covenant before God. That is a covenant before God. I am telling you, once you break a covenant with God, there is a price to pay. There is always a price to pay. So in case you are out there and you're going through that pain, Katonda takola chi? Katonda talya nguzi. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure hosting Dorah Mwima and Nader Barrak.
Thank you.
Yes, this is a celebrity couple. They teach us a lot on navigating through marriage as celebrities. We've seen very many celebrity marriages and relationships coming to an end, but for 13 years, these two have weathered the storm and they've been together, stronger, better, and happier. Thank you so much for coming through. God bless you.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Download the app on App Store or Google Play Store now. Vision Digital Experience, the future of media.
New Vision TV. Stream smart, stream New Vision.